Hey, Raina, did you ignore my goddamn instructions again? How many times do I gotta tell you, we don't use the program with the weird icon, we use Word. You draw the ruled lines with Word, you type in the numbers, and you input the numbers you got from doing the calculations with the calculator on your desk. At this company, it's standard to practice to make invoices and purchasing order forms with Word before printing them out and handing them into the executive division. How about you start doing as I tell you for a change? What the hell's all this crap with this centralization feature you used? I don't know what it's for, and that ain't company policy, so quit it, now.
Hello, Brian. I take it you mean the centralized administration system? A notice stipulating its use was handed down to all employees by the parent company a few days ago. You should have received both an email and a paper copy. It was part of a drive to increase efficiency across the board by the system's developer through streamlining the workflow of all employees, regardless of whether they work at parent company HQ, any of our branches, or at different departments within the same branch. This is the format we'll be using to input data from now on. If you don't learn how to use the app, it'll interfere with your ability to work in the manner prescribed to us by upper management, and the files you produce won't be cross-compatible with the rest of our systems.
Huh? Heck are you babbling on about, woman? Nah, no way. You're the one who has to learn my style of working, not the other way around. You know, it's precisely arrogant crap like this that makes everyone hate temps. But if you're so desperate for my wise instruction, then I suggest you fall in line and obey the company policy on document creation, you lazy temp slacker.
I don't know what you're talking about, but it would appear the only one who needs technical instruction here is you.
Huh?
In fact, that's why I'm here. I was dispatched from the parent company after receiving a request to that effect.
Huh? What am I reading? You delusional as well as moronic, you lazy temp slacker. Listen to me, lady. You're new at this company. And while you're new, that means you have to follow the instruction and respect the authority of your senior workers. It's the law of the workplace. You might not like it, but we have our own way of doing things here. You don't get to pull new document creation methods out of your ass just because you don't like our process. Do you have any idea how much trouble you'll cause the company if you carry on ignoring the rules? I make myself clear? Good. Don't want to see you using anything but Word for data entry from now on.
Brian, all I did was create a piece of sample work based on actual data.
Huh?
Your department manager distributed paper instruction manuals on the new way of doing things to all employees earlier. So please kindly use that as your reference during all data entry work in the future. Of course, that means we'll be using the new system instead of Word, as is explained in the manual.
What the heck?
I'm not really saying anything that difficult, Brian. It's easy enough to understand if you just think of it as inputting numerical data into the new system using a calculator. Rather than relying on simply sequentially entering your results from the calculated data into Word, a method which is significantly prone to human error. The new system is geared towards collating the data with the pre-existing database to ensure a higher degree of accuracy and precision.
Quit making me repeat myself, moron. Like I said, you don't have the authority to arbitrarily come up with your own systems. You have a way of doing things at this company. If you don't like it, then get the hell out.
This isn't my system, and I didn't come up with it.
Quit trying to upset the harmony of the company and fall in line, peon. This is why everyone thinks temp workers are a scourge on humanity, should be eradicated from the face of the earth.
Wow, does everyone think that, Brian? Do they really? Or maybe, just maybe, is there a chance it's just you? Ugh, forget it. I may as well be talking to a brick wall. I'm just about to come to the end of my shift, so I'll be going now.
No, wait.
I'll see you tomorrow, Brian.
Good morning, Rena. I hope you're well today. How are things progressing with your technical instruction of the employees at the subsidiary company? I'm sorry I haven't been around much to check on your progress. My schedule has been so hectic since I became CEO.
Good morning. That's fine. I understand that you're busy. I'll be compiling and submitting the interim report tomorrow morning. Excluding one employee, the instruction is going swimmingly and things are moving along as planned.
Excluding one employee? Does that mean what I think it means?
Yes. I don't want to sound rude, but Brian from sales is turning out to be an even bigger nuisance than I was warned he would be. He's proving to be a huge thorn in my side.
In what way specifically?
The rest of the employees remembered everything I told them about the new centralized administration system impressively quickly, and it's safe to say they've now completely phased out the use of other apps. But Brian is dead set on creating documents with Word and only Word. He just keeps calling me a lazy temp slacker while ignoring everything I tell him. He seems to have no intention whatsoever of learning the new way of doing things.
I see. The company is moving away from the old paper-based system, which used Word doc files for things like invoices and purchase order forms in a drive to increase efficiency and encourage an overall streamlining of the work process. So even if he does carry on using Word, we won't be able to use anything he creates.
Right? I've explained exactly that to him countless times, but it seems no matter how many times I tell him, or how easy to understand I try to make the explanation, nothing goes in.
If I'm not mistaken, Brian is 43 now. He joined the company when he was 39 through his personal connections with the former CEO. But to be honest, he's been like this from day one. I'm not sure if he thinks he's free to do what he likes because he's related to the old boss. But even if that was the case then, his uncle isn't calling the shots anymore. He really is a nuisance. Our company is already behind enough as it is on digitalization compared with the rapid advances our competitors have been making over recent years. The last thing we need is stubborn employees with old-fashioned, fossilized ideas on how things should be done, preventing us from making any progress.
I'll only be giving technical instruction at this branch for another week. I'm really going to have to do something about him before I finish up here.
It sounds like you're having a rough time of it.
No, it's nothing. I'm just doing my job.
If he persists in refusing to listen, we'll be left with no choice but to consider the nuclear option.
God freaking damn it. What the heck is it gonna take for you to learn to use Word, lazy temp slacker?
Hello, Brian. I assure you, I know full well how to use Word.
Liar. I'm very kindly going out of my way to try and teach you how to do your job, but you don't put the slightest bit of effort into trying to learn. Imagine having access to a teacher as exceptional and competent as I, and completely wasting the opportunity.
You're teaching me? No, I'm definitely the one doing the teaching here. As I previously told you, I was dispatched by the parent company to provide technical instruction to all employees regarding the new centralized data entry system.
What? Why'd you have to disobey me at literally every opportunity? Do you have daddy issues or something? This is the problem with lazy temp slackers like you. Nothing ever goes in until you screw up and learn the hard way. I was hoping it wouldn't have to come to this, but it's time you learned a lesson. How'd you like them apples, bitch? Told off and double slapped in the face in front of the entire company at the morning meeting. First, I went in with the beautifully executed open hand slap, marvelously followed up by the breathtaking backhand. Boom! Double whammy.
Apparently, there was a mistake in the numerical data on the documents I submitted, because Word, and not the new centralized system, had been used to compile them.
Yep, and you only have yourself to blame.
That's not my job, Brian. I'm tired of telling you now, but you were clearly instructed to use the new centralized system for all data entry tasks.
I'm tired of telling you that you don't get to arbitrarily invent your own way of doing things, because our company already has rules in place for stuff like this.
No, Brian. This has nothing to do with me personally. All employees were notified that this is how we'd be doing things from now on.
Quit barking orders at me, you filthy, arrogant temp scumbag. You getting bitch slapped just now was the punishment for your mistake. This is what you get for ignoring my instructions, you filthy temp slacker. Do you understand how powerful I am at this company compared to you? I'm a full-time employee. You're not even worthy of breathing the same air as me.
Brian, by any chance, do you think I was dispatched here by a staffing agency for temp workers?
Huh? Why would you ask me such a dumb question after all this time? I know exactly why you're here. Because you got sent by the parent company to receive technical instructions for being deemed totally useless and incompetent for your constant, never-ending failures. They probably felt too sorry for you to fire you, since you're so pathetic. Well, luckily for you, I took it upon myself to be your mentor, but all you've done is throw it back in my face. Why'd you think I'm so kindly trying to teach you how to do data entry using Word? If I didn't teach you, you'd probably end up getting depressed and killing yourself because of your constant failures.
You have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
Huh?
I'm the parent company's technical advisor.
What?
I'm a full-time employee at the parent company's head office systems management department. I didn't come from a staffing agency. I'm a full-time employee, and I was dispatched here by the parent company as a technical advisor to provide instruction to all employees on the use of the new centralized data entry system that was recently implemented.
Huh?
I was told you were notified of everything I just told you in advance of my arrival.
Wait, what?
Besides, due to the nature of the work we do at this company, we never use temporary workers from staffing agencies. The entire company consists of directly contracted full or part-time workers. Don't you think it'd be strange if an agency temp suddenly showed up one day out of the blue, despite the company having zero precedent for employing people on that basis?
What with?
I'm currently in the medical office having an ice pack applied to my swelling cheeks after being slapped. There's a small cut on the inside of my mouth, too.
So, what's your point?
The company president would like to see you. Please make your way to her office immediately.
The president? Oh, man. Hey, Raina, what the heck did you go and do, and what are you gonna do to make up for it? I got told to stay home and not come into the office thanks to you. The president told me she was gonna think about how to deal with me, but it's pretty much a dead certainty I'm gonna end up getting fired. I'm gonna be unemployed again soon at this rate. I can't go back to being jobless. God damn it, to think I finally landed myself a stable job after my uncle, the old CEO, pulled a few strings and got me into the company. What are you gonna do to make this right? Hey, stop ignoring me. I'm talking to you, idiot. Say something. Hey, Raina, admit it. You have the hots for me, don't you? I was thinking about it all evening last night and it finally dawned on me. How did I not realize it all this time? The reason you were so rebellious and domineering with me was because you were playing hard to get, wasn't it? In that case, the solution here is easy. You're gonna get married. You're gonna be my provider. Yeah, think about it. It's entirely your fault I lost my job, so now you're gonna make up for it by putting a roof over my head, feeding me, clothing me. If you swear to give me your hand in marriage and provide for me for the rest of your life, well, I'll forgive you for getting me fired. Alright, sweet. Now we've agreed on our future together. It makes more sense for me to voluntarily resign than let them fire me. This way, if I jump before I'm pushed, I still get to keep all the money I've been putting into the pension scheme all these years. I bet they're going to be so frustrated when I hand in my resignation before they can fire me. They did tell me I wasn't to come into the company while they were deciding on my punishment, so guess I'll have no choice but to leave my resignation in the postbox. What the heck? Raina, goddamn you. You're already married? Explain yourself. When I reported my resignation and our engagement in the office group chat, they told me you're already married with kids. How dare you trick me, you cheating worm?
Would you be quiet for once?
Excuse me?
Rena didn't say a thing about agreeing to marry you, did she?
Huh?
Sorry to message you from Rena's phone like this, but I didn't have your number.
Who the hell are you?
Penny Williams, CEO.
What? CEO? No way. You can't be.
Whether you believe me or not makes no difference whatsoever. Your abuse towards Rena was getting so severe that I felt I had no choice but to intervene personally.
But Penny, why would you do that? Don't you have more important things to do being the CEO and all?
Rena is the daughter of my childhood friend, and I've known her since she was a little girl.
What?
The reason Rena was dispatched to your office as a technical advisor was because I put in a request with the parent company that she be the one to deliver instruction on the new system.
Rena's friends with the CEO?
Yes, but let me make it clear that the reason she occupies such a senior position at the parent company has nothing to do with me, or personal connections with anyone else for that matter. She got to where she is with nothing but hard work, dedication, and commitment to her responsibility. Oh, that reminds me. I understand you've decided to resign voluntarily. I'm hereby notifying you that your resignation has been received and accepted. Leaving of your own volition may have been a wiser decision than waiting to be dismissed. However, you won't be receiving a cent of the money you've been putting into the pension scheme during your years at the company. All of it will be going to Rena in the form of compensation for the awful treatment you've subjected her to.
What?
Rena's husband was furious. Apparently, he's threatening to file criminal charges against you with the police for slapping her in front of the entire company at morning call.
Criminal charges?
Not that that's in the least bit surprising. Slapping your coworker in the face was obviously going to make you liable for charges of battery or inflicting bodily injury, especially when there were so many witnesses.
Oh my god, what the hell?
Rena tells me your lawyer will be taking care of all the proceedings from now on. You'll be receiving a message from him over the coming days.
God, am I gonna get arrested?
My husband, who had been crazy worried about me throughout this whole ordeal, took care of everything involving the legal proceedings for me after that. As for Brian, lacking any knowledge in the ways of the world, he had no choice but to leave it to his parents to take care of his dire situation. Thankfully, and somewhat surprisingly, they seemed like decent, reasonable people, and all of our talks went by smoothly and without a hitch. They agreed to pay compensation, and with that, I dropped the charges against him. At first, my husband was so furious he insisted I don't drop the charges, no matter what. But when, as part of our settlement talks, Brian's parents suggested they send their son to work at a company famous for reforming social delinquents, such as ex-cons, domestic abusers, and drug addicts. He decided to compromise, being moved by the genuine sincerity and remorse they showed during the talks. Who knows, maybe there's hope for Brian to become a decent human being yet. Apparently, Brian threw the mother of all tantrums the day he was to be sent off to the company's dormitory, and bundling him into the car proved to be a challenge for his parents. But last I heard, while he is still going through some growing pains and the occasional stint of depression, he spends his days working diligently under the firm but fair guidance of his seniors at his new workplace.
It's me, Marie. How are you doing? Marie? Wow, it's been a while. How have you been? I'm doing fine. I just wanted to say hello to my daughter-in-law. Is everything all right? I've been asking about you to Hector, but he doesn't want to share anything. Did anything happen between you and my son? Hector didn't say anything to you? About what? I don't think I have the right to tell you since Hector said he'll fill you in himself. About what? He didn't say anything. I guess it's not that important. Anyway, there's something else I need to tell you. What is it? I'm moving in with you guys starting today. What? You're moving in with us? Yes, I've already moved my stuff in. I'm really tired. Can you do the cleanup? What are you talking about? I didn't hear anything about it. And how did you get into the house? You can't do this, Marie. What you're doing is trespassing. Excuse me? We are family. I have the right to enter your house. Jane, you should know how to respect your mother-in-law. Besides, if I had told you in advance, you would not agree to live with me, right? So I had no choice but to do it this way. This is ridiculous. Okay, I will tell you now. Me and Hector already got divorced. What? Yes, we've been discussing divorce for a while. The divorce was finalized 3 days ago. I have nothing to do with your son anymore. And also, you are not my mother-in-law anymore. No way! You are lying! I'm not. Just because you don't want to live with me doesn't mean you should lie like this. I'm not lying. How did you get into the house? Hector gave me a spare key. What? Yeah, so you can't say that I'm trespassing. When did you get the key? I think it was about a month ago. By that time, I had already kicked him out of the house, and he had returned the key to me. He never mentioned anything about a spare key. It's so weird that he kept the key and gave it to you. It's nothing weird. I'm his mother. Of course it's normal for me to have the key to my son's house. I told you, we are already divorced and I kicked him out of the house. The house is mine, in my name. So you have no right to enter the house or decide to live in my house. Please get your stuff out and leave. I don't want to. I'm not leaving. And there's no way you two got divorced. If you were really divorced, Hector would have said something. You are such a liar. The house is Hector's. How many times do I have to tell you? I'm not lying. I've been saving up since I was a student. When I reached 30, I decided to buy my own house. And then, after I got married, I was thinking about selling it and moving into a new house. Don't make me laugh. There's no way you could save up that much money. I'm 100% sure my son bought the house. Excuse me? What do you mean by that? I worked so hard to save up money. Your son didn't give me a penny. Jane, you never change, do you? Do you think you're better than my son just because you are working? I bet you don't even do your chores. I just opened the refrigerator. It's empty. That's because I'm going on a business trip for a week. I thought it would go bad, so I ate it all before I left. Please don't open my fridge or touch my stuff in the house. I mean, I've divorced Hector, so it has nothing to do with you. Please leave my house immediately. Why not? We are going to live together, right? I don't understand why you don't want me to open your fridge when we are about to start living together. Do you want me to starve to death? Can you read what I just said? I have a business meeting now, so I don't have time for this. Please leave my house immediately. And get your stuff out of here too. I will call the cops if you don't leave. I'm really tired. I wanted to ask which room I can use, but you didn't reply to me. So I just decided on my own. You will go on a business trip for a week, right? I have a lot of luggage, so I got the biggest room at the back. It's a nice room, but you have so much stuff. I threw away all your stuff in that room to make room for all my stuff. What? Did you really throw away my stuff? Yes. You have so many clothes. I think 2 or 3 clothes would be enough for you, so I decluttered them for you. Thanks to me, the room is so clean now. You're welcome. I can't believe it. I mean, that room is also where I work from home. I put a lot of important stuff in there, so I'm sure I locked the door. How on earth did you get in there? Yeah, it was locked. So I broke the doorknob to get in. I went all the way to the hardware store and bought tools. Are you serious? Oh my God! Wait, don't tell me you threw away my computer and the important documents too. Of course I threw them away too. No way! What you're doing is a crime. Oh, come on. Can you please not make such a big deal about it? If I don't get rid of your stuff, I won't be able to fit all my stuff in here, so I don't have a choice. Besides, this is my son's house. What I do in my son's house is my business, right? I already called the police. What? The police? What the hell were you thinking? That's my line. I have told you repeatedly that I divorced your son. You have not listened to me at all. You broke into my house and threw away my things. I can't believe you threw away my work computer and important documents. What you did is damaging to the company. This is unacceptable. What? It looked really old computer. Why did you tell me that it was your workroom? It's your fault for leaving such an important document at home. I had permission from the company to take the documents home. I even locked them in my room. You can't blame me for this. It's your fault for working. You always use work as an excuse. That's why you never got pregnant. How many times do I have to tell you that I want to see my grandchild? You want to bring that up again? How many times do I have to tell you that we are divorced? I have nothing to do with you anymore. Please, leave me alone. I think the police will arrive soon, so please leave with all the stuff. What the hell? You really called the police? Oh my God, they're knocking on the door. I can't believe you really called the police on me. How dare you? I had to keep explaining to the police that I just had a little fight with my son's wife. I don't know why they never believed me. Seriously, it was traumatic. You didn't have to make a big deal out of it. I'm not your son's wife. I'll file another damage report when I get back from my business trip. That's enough. You hate me that much? Do you really not want to live with me that much? Seriously, why can't you understand simple things? I already divorced your son. There's no way I'm going to live with my ex-mother-in-law. Why did you just believe me that I divorced your son? Because you're a liar. You promised at the altar during the wedding that you would be together for the rest of your lives with my son. And now you're telling me you've already divorced my son? I don't believe it. You're coming home today, right? What time will it be? Please come home soon. Let's talk. Oh, also, I can't reach my son. Do you know what time my son will be home? Why are you asking me? I haven't heard from him since the divorce. I mean, Marie, are you at my house again? Yes, I am, because I moved into this house. Do you want me to call the police again? You know, I'm all alone and lonely. What's wrong with trying to take care of my son and wife? I've reached my limit. Until now, I thought it was best to keep my mouth shut for Hector's sake. But now, I can't stay silent any longer. I will tell you everything now. Our divorce was caused by Hector's cheating. Cheating? No way. He's been cheating on me for over a year. He has been coming home late, and he has clearly become cold towards me. So I followed him after work, and just as I suspected, he was seeing another woman. I have plenty of evidence. I can show it to you if you want. I don't want to see that. I think it's your fault, Jane. You're too focused on your job. That's why he got lonely and went to another woman. Say whatever you want. Me and Hector are done. What concerns me now is that you're trespassing again. Shut up. Even if you guys get divorced, this house is Hector's. Then shouldn't you be the one to leave? Can you read, Marie? I told you so many times that it's my house. I don't believe you. You don't believe me? Okay. Why don't you go check Hector's room? You know, it's the room on the second floor, right? I know it's not locked. Just look. Why? Just do it. Okay. What? His stuff is gone. There's nothing in this room. What the hell does this mean? Now you know I'm telling the truth, right? The house you are in now is the house I bought when I was single. The divorce was caused by Hector's infidelity, so I kicked him out of the house. Oh no! Then where is Hector now? I will talk to him. I think he's staying at his girlfriend's house. I think her name was Nathalie, and they live in a small apartment near downtown. What? Did you say Nathalie? That's his ex-girlfriend, right? Oh, so you know her. Yes, she used to be his ex, and I think she works at a strip club. Oh my God! I remember she stole money from Hector before. I was so happy when I heard they broke up. I can't believe they are together again. Well, I don't care about that. Just so you know, I called the police again. Please leave or you're going to be in serious trouble. What? You're lying. I'm not lying. I'll file a damage report, so please be prepared. Jane? I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry that I didn't believe you and trespassed. I was detained by the police and I was fined for trespassing. Don't you feel bad for me? No. Listen, I came all the way down here to start a new life with my son, so I used up all my savings, you know? I've been trying to reach Hector, but he's not answering me. I have nowhere else to go. Can you let me stay in your house? I promise I won't do anything you don't like. What? Of course I'm not staying for free. I'll put in a little bit of money a month. I'll even help you with the housework. Please, we used to be family once. Will you help me? No. But Jane, don't you feel bad for me? Not at all. Besides, I'm overseas now. What? I'm living in the UK now. UK? Really? I'm going back in 5 years at the most. So I'm renting out my house for a limited time. A family will be moving in next week, so there's no way I can let you stay in my house. Oh no! Actually, I was about to call you today. So, are you going to help me? No. Have you already forgotten what you did? My company's legal team is going to charge you a compensation for what you did. I wanted to call you to tell you that. Some of the things you threw away contained confidential company and customer information. Fortunately, the documents are encrypted, so there was no breach of information. What you did almost caused serious damage to the company. We could have lost hundreds of millions of dollars. The company is claiming $10,000 from you as compensation. What? 10,000? There's no way I could pay that money. Then why don't you borrow the money or something? Like, ask for help from your son? I'm also filing a claim for all my branded bags and accessories that you threw away. I will make sure you pay for everything. I think that's about $5,000 on my part. There's no way I can pay that much. No. You brought all this on yourself. Please take responsibility for what you did. I'll have my lawyer handle the rest. So please don't contact me again. Goodbye. Wait a minute, Jane. Please, help me. Please. After that conversation, I immediately blocked Marie's number. Thanks to the lawyer, both the damages to my company and my personal things were paid. I heard that Marie barged into Hector's girlfriend's house and begged him to lend her money. However, Hector, who had already used up money for his girlfriend, had no money left. Hector refused to help his mother. With no one to turn to, Marie took a loan somewhere and paid the compensation. I heard from my friend that Hector got dumped after he ran out of money. After that, he tried to contact me, but since I was already abroad, he had no chance to reach me. Now Hector and his mother are living together, making ends meet in a small apartment. It's a good thing that now Marie has someone to live with. On the other hand, I'm enjoying my new work environment and working hard. Everything seems to have worked out for the best. Despite the challenges, we're all moving forward.